on the air.
It's just Dave in the intro.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Chuck and Lisa Show.
Welcome to our trailer.
Welcome to our trailer. How you doing? I am Chuck, as you may know, and my beautiful wife Lisa is sitting across from me. Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
And our vaunted producer is behind the other end of the
Who's that?
microphones, and that's Mr. Dersh.
Who?
Hi, Dersh.
Who? Never heard of
Dersh.
him. Who?
How you
Chuck.
doing?
Yeah, meh.
Is that how you're feeling?
Yeah.
That's the new word instead of meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
We just go, eh.
Eh.
And ironically, it turns out to be exactly the same sound with one thing in the world I hate makes.
What?
A Furby. Eh.
Does it?
Same makes that. Eh. And I went, oh, but it's funnier when I do it. So that works. Welcome, everybody. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about some interesting topics that are not politics, believe it or not. And we're going to drink a beer.
You see my repost of your show?
Or a seltzer.
What'd you say? I saw it.
Did you see my repost of your show?
Yeah, what was it?
You don't.
I don't remember. I was so busy.
Hang on a second.
I can't remember what I did a moment ago at this point.
Yeah. I had a picture of Leonard Wood that I reposted and said that this was a brilliant man, and somebody laughed at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, probably one of the most brilliant.
Well, he's a heck of an engineer.
Who?
Leonard Wood.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the guy's got a mind.
And he touched my butt.
And he touched your butt.
So I said, the Chuck and Lisa Show named the #1 non-political show on the interwebs. Well, it's about the only non-political show on the interwebs, so...
That was it. Yeah, that was very funny. I like it. What in the world happened today? Lisa, you had one for me.
I did. So it went away, but it was 36 years ago.
Yeah, 1980.
Today. The Challenger blew up.
Yeah.
And 1986. And do you remember where you were when that happened?
Absolutely.
I can tell you the exact inch I was at.
Me too, because I was in the break
me too.
room. We lived in Connecticut, and I was working at the Yukon bookstore.
Did you see it, Dersh?
Yeah, I saw it, of course, being here in Florida.
I thought you could.
We were right there. We could see the cloud. It was
see it up in the air.
You saw it split and everything.
Yeah, but normally all the kids would get up and go outside and watch a launch for the first few launches. Well, I was on my plan period, and it's just been routine. So the kids didn't go out, so I just went into my classroom and leaned up against the window to watch it, and saw it exploded. But it's not.
So you knew it was really. So you knew it was really bad.
Well, you could see those plumes coming out.
Yeah. I had just left Orlando the week before. I had finished my BWE schools at Orlando and the Navy, and I was just up to Chicago. And the next class that came up, because everybody comes up in classes when you're in the military. The next class that came up that's all they talked about. That was the whole topic for the first 2 weeks that class arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a good day. I mean, because I used to stand on my balcony in my barracks and watch them take off, and I couldn't imagine having stood there and watching that happen, because you'd have went, "Uh-oh, they're dead."
Yeah, I had a student who actually worked for NASA, and we got a couple of parking passes. We saw 2 launches on site. Which was just amazing to watch.
Right.
And then
that would be amazing.
Got to see a night launch from about 600 yards from the launch facility. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was taking a class down there.
Neat.
I was taking a class down there, and the teacher obviously worked through NASA, got us in back near the launch facility. It was awesome.
Glad you weren't there for that one.
This
That
is
would have
true.
been bad.
This is very true.
That would have been bad. You'd have kids in therapy for a while.
I was there for the first one that they canceled, and we stayed all night. We were there. It's supposed to launch late that evening, and they kept saying
it was delayed and delayed.
Delayed. We were there finally like 5 o'clock in the morning. They canceled it, and
that sucks.
we stayed up all night right there on site.
That sucks. Then you're exhausted and didn't get to see it anyway. Yep.
Yeah, we came back and watched the next day. We were there the next day.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was like literally watching it on TV in the break room while I was eating lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see it live, but I saw it very shortly after. I was in a class up there, and I just got out, and everybody's talking about it, and we're fearful, as you'd expect.
Yeah.
Oh, and then one of my sister's friends, who was, I think in the Navy then, maybe, like a few years later.
Yeah.
He was saying all this stuff about how they found bodies in the ocean and stuff, and you weren't supposed to tell anybody, and blah blah blah. Well, they would have been. I know.
They were sealed in the capsule, but the problem is that the capsule didn't hold.
Yeah, I don't know. And he was just like, yeah, I don't know.
And at the shock that they hit, they said all of them are dead at the moment.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they didn't find parts or whatever.
I mean, strapped in as they were, the only thing not strapped in was their head.
Right.
So that
anyway, he was trying to tell me all this
off with his head
craziness, and I was just like, yeah, dude.
There's more damn rumors in the internet.
Yeah, dude, I'm still not gonna go home with you,
Right, right. In other news and history, guys, in 1869, the first transcontinental railroad connected the eastern and western USA is completed. That's pretty cool.
What was it before it was continental?
It wasn't.
You said transcontinental.
It was local.
Did it change?
They were all local.
Trans.
No, you get it?
It converted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an airplane before.
Cool.
Right.
But it identified as a train.
It identifies as a train.
Right.
It identifies as a continent. Transcontinental.
A continental train. I got it. I'm funny, sorry.
Why does Mel Brooks pop in my head thinking about the transcontinental? I can see him doing a skit with it. All right, 1872, Victoria Woodhull is the first woman nominated for president in the United States. Woodhull.
Hull?
Hull.
I was gonna say, I hope it wasn't HOLE.
No.
Because that would be bad. That's what it sounded like you said.
And that would be a really poor personal attribute.
President Woodhull.
1908, Mother's Day is observed for the first time.
It's a false holiday.
It is. It's a fake holiday.
It's a greeting.
It's commercial.
It's a greeting card holiday.
That's all it is commercial.
But you know what? Hey, I got a free massage and a peppermint scalp rub coming up on Saturday, so I'm game.
Oh, you're doing it Saturday?
Yeah, well, Emma made the appointment for me.
Far out. That'll be good. She's going with you. Good.
No.
Oh, she's not?
No.
Okay.
It's a fake holiday. It's paid for by Hallmark.
She said. Yeah. How comfortable are you?
I blame you, Dershie, Mr. Hallmark Channel.
I'm old, but I wasn't around in 1908, so,
You sure?
Right now I can't be positive, but I'll get back to you.
Speaking of trans and men in dresses, 1924,
men in dresses?
J. Edgar Hoover becomes director of the FBI.
I wonder if he went to drag queen breakfast.
He was drag queen.
He was drag queen breakfast. True, yeah.
I know.
All right, 1940. This is a good day for England. Winston Churchill is appointed prime minister. 1954. Rock Around the Clock is released and rock and roll is born.
Born.
If
rock and roll didn't exist before Rock Around the Clock, how did they know what rocking was?
I don't know.
Did they think they were like in rocking chairs?
Maybe. Could be. Famous birthdays. In 214, Claudius II was born. He's definitely dead.
Born.
The next one is a personal favorite of mine. 1899, Fred Astaire was born. The reason he's a personal favorite is he was a dance partner with my grandfather in vaudeville.
Did he wear a dress? Did your grandfather wear a dress?
No.
Oh.
No, they were song and dance.
You said partner.
They did the soft shoe and whatnot, and they sung and.
Cool.
Yep. My grandpa always talked about him because, of course, he was the most successful.
You heard what Ginger Rogers always did, right?
Who? What?
Yeah.
She's why women are tough or whatever. Because
she was
could
better
do the
than
same
him.
Thing. Right. She could do the same thing as him, only backwards and in high heels.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I was better than Fred because that did everything backwards and in high heels.
Yeah, that's true. She was amazing. One more thing about my grandpa. His last dance partner before he retired and made my father with his wife, with my grandmother. His last dance partner was George Burns.
Yeah?
Yep.
Who danced backwards?
That was before he met Gracie.
Who danced backwards?
Soft shoe.
I'm
Not
joking.
Ballin'. I know. Anyway, that was pretty cool. And Burns in Time magazine called my grandpa the greatest dancer he ever worked with.
Yeah?
Yep. It was pretty cool.
Do we have a copy of that somewhere?
I used to, and God knows where it went.
Is it like online somewhere?
I have not been able to find it yet. I keep looking. But I'm sure it was Time magazine. I remember it well.
Cool.
1838. This wasn't a good day. John Wilkes Booth assassinated President Lincoln.
No. It was not in 1838.
Oh, wait. He was born. Sorry.
I was going to say.
Wilkes Booth. So he was only 27 when he killed Lincoln.
Yeah, you couldn't have killed him before
I forgot
the
I was
Civil
in
War.
birthdays and not happening. Excuse me. 1957, Sid Vicious is born. He's a singer, in case you don't know.
He's dead.
1957, Phil and Steve Mayer, the twin Olympic skiers, were born. 1960, yeah, that was a very good year. Guess who was born that year?
Chuck Nellis.
You too.
Chuck Nellis.
You too.
I don't know, Chuck.
You too.
You too.
Yeah.
Oh, Bono?
Bono.
Oh.
Yeah.
I read somewhere where he hates all of U2's old music. Which is really
that's just
a douchey thing to say if you made millions of dollars out of it.
It's hypocritical as hell.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
Anyway.
1977, someone by the name of Amanda Borden, a gymnast, was born. I don't recall her.
Maybe she's related to Lizzie.
Hey, anybody watching, jump on in the pool over here and come talk to us. We love to chat with you guys. I see people watching, but nobody's talking. All right. Now, Lisa and I are giant fans of Jeopardy, as everybody knows.
Oh, yeah.
Jeopardy.
Oh, that show is so hard. Some days you feel like
Some
an
days it's hard.
absolute nitwit.
And then, yesterday, we knew all the answers and the contestants didn't.
Yesterday, I felt like a hero. I knew all of them, including the whole thing, pretty much, and that was just a good day. I mean, those days you're like, yeah, I know something. The other days you're
we didn't know the final answer, though. Although
Right.
you said you thought you did.
I thought I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it after they said it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh right. Anyway, Jeopardy fans are angry after Ken Jennings reveals Mayim Bialik is going to be the host for the next couple of months.
What?
Which I don't understand why that would matter to them.
They don't like her.
Why don't they like her?
I don't know.
Well, they could have Mateo Roach up there doing her hands all day. That would be funny.
Doesn't she remind you of when they Whose Line Is It Anyway? When the other guy sticks his hands in and they go like this.
Yeah, it does. If you've never watched Whose Line Is It Anyway, it's one of the funniest shows you are ever going to see in your entire life.
And it's not on anymore, but the repeats are funny as crap.
Did they cancel it again?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it was on.
Oh, I don't know.
There are new episodes.
Are there?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
still doing it on the the CW channel. Is where you can find it.
It's funny.
Oh my God! Anyway. About that show, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Drew Carey, who was the host, is now the host of The Price Is Right.
Which Chuck watches every morning because he's old.
Wayne Brady is now the host of
Let's Make a Deal.
Let's Make a Deal.
Which Chuck watches every day because he's old.
I actually get up now to watch those, so I have a reason to get up in the morning. And I always loved them.
And it doesn't even have like girls in little skimpy dresses anymore.
Yeah, it does. Has one.
Which, where? The Price is Right or the...
Well, yeah, they do too.
No, because remember they got in trouble because that guy...
what's his name on the other show?
Harassing
What's
people?
her name? Yeah. They have a little tiny...
Chuck, put your hand up and get your camera. You're starting to flake out. Very good.
Oh no! I am disappearing! I wonder why.
You know that Wayne Brady went to school at University High School here in Orlando?
Did he?
Yeah.
He is one talented dude.
He's very funny.
He's just amazing to watch.
Yeah, he's very funny. They're all very funny.
So honestly, I mean, seeing Mattea Roach leave, Lisa was like, okay, whatever. But anyway,
I mean, she was very, very smart. She was kind of annoying.
I think she kind of got bored, like they all do. At some point, all the great winners seem to get bored, and they're like, I'm going to go home.
Make a bad bet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's no reason she had to lose. She bet way too
much
money.
She lost by $1.
Anyway, so Ken Jennings, I have no issue with Ken Jennings.
I like either one of them's fine.
But I like Mayim.
Nobody's Alex, you know.
Well, there's not going to be another Alex. But Mayim, I think Mayim does.
I'm just glad that guy got called out for trying to be the host, and it's because he was cheating.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I like her too. I thought she was doing a really good job.
I do too.
Well,
some people, women are very, very callous.
It's not just women. It's not just women, but it is women. But also, people are mad because LeVar Burton didn't get it.
Oh,
they're mad because
he was terrible.
She said "single Jeopardy" a whole bunch of times. And they're like, it's nuts.
That was when she was at the beginning.
Right.
People got to give him a break. Even Ken, as long as he's been around that show and had been a producer before.
Right. I didn't like him before, and now I like him now, but I don't really care about
him. Alex, before Alex died, Alex had hired him as a producer.
Like, I almost don't notice now, like, if it's him or her when we turn it on. Like, it's like they could just keep switching back and forth. I don't care.
Yeah. It's like when Vanna was the host. She didn't.
Well, no, that was different, but
she still did a pretty good job.
But what I'm saying is, like, 1 week he's on, 1 week she's on. I don't like even. I was like, was he on? Like, I don't even notice.
Yeah. Yep. Alrighty.
It's not rocket science.
No, it's not. In local news, the Outer Banks has a great history of houses being taken out.
We're not that local
storms.
to there, by the way. Everybody.
Well, we're 3 hours.
Oh no, it's very far.
3-hour tour? Don't take it.
5.5 hours.
Yeah, it's very far. I've been there once.
Yeah.
Don't take a 3-hour tour. It's not good. Trust me.
No.
But everybody thinks everything in North Carolina is next to each other, and it's not.
Oh, North Carolina's huge. We've got the mountains out west towards Tennessee, and then we've got the ocean.
But then the Outer Banks is like farther than that.
Right.
You have to like.
It's not easy to get to the.
You have to like go up and come down, and it's far.
It's a pain. But anyway, houses get knocked down there, and 2 more houses got knocked down on the same day.
Not knocked down, they collapsed.
Oh, they collapsed from the water.
They just collapsed into the ocean.
Yep.
But I don't think there was any people in there.
I don't think so either.
Doesn't look like it.
I know one was unoccupied. I don't know about the other one.
I would think if both of them are in danger of the storm, the people are going to get out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't even see a storm. I just saw them collapse.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they get weather on the shore that we never even see, you know?
Well, you could tell if you listen to the video there where I'm playing, the wind is blowing like crazy. You can see the wind and the wave.
Yeah.
It was like nuts.
That was that storm that came up this week.
That's today. No, this was today, though. This happened today.
I'll have to look at the weather map
this
to see
happened
what
today.
That's pretty significant. Next story. We're going to the dogs like we often do. Covered addict offers to pay for a woman's rehab after she admits stealing his dog.
It's very sweet.
It's a great story. A guy named Braden Morton in British Columbia on June 18th, discovered his Sharpei, Darla. An older blue pickup truck pulled up behind his house and just took her dog. So he's offering his dog offered a $5,000 reward to getting her back. So it went viral, amassing 33,000 shares. He put up 2,500 and a friend put up the other 2,500. He received tons of calls who claimed to know about it. Then he got a call from a blocked number. When he picked it up, all he could hear was a woman crying, weeping. She was hysterically apologizing, said she had grabbed Carla from where she was because she couldn't live with herself for assisting and taking her. So the guy ran home, grabbed the reward money, and went to meet the lady.
Aww.
When he arrived, he immediately knew she was hooked on drugs. He walked up and gave her a big hug and told her it was all right, and I'm not mad because I understand what she's going through all too well. I'm a recovering fentanyl addict who has been in recovery for just 6 years, and I am a drug and alcohol interventionist now.
That happens a lot.
That was like the best news she could have ever got.
That happens a lot, though.
Yeah?
Ex-addicts.
Probably saved her life, that.
Maybe.
So this guy Morton got sober in 2015 after he was stabbed 6 times and had a machete stuck in his head.
Oh!
And was shot in the leg.
Oh!
That's a bad day.
That left a mark.
I bet. I know this shocks you, but in a moment, for some reason, it wasn't the multiple treatments. Before that, everything came clear that he was a drug addict and needed help and needed to accept help. You think?
Maybe.
I've got a machete stuck in my head, I'm shot in the leg, and I'm stabbed 6 times. There's your sign, man.
Maybe I'm messed up.
Something's not right here. So, Morton showed her the reward money, but knew that if he gave it to her, she'd be dead in a day, and she agreed.
Very smart.
Very smart.
Very smart, Morton.
So he gave her another option to use the money to pay for rehab. God, this is just one of those stories you go, wow, that's really good.
Very smart, Morton.
So she agreed to go at the moment, but has yet to check into the facility. This was right after.
Right.
She and Morton have plans to discuss it over coffee. He could have easily been angry for stealing his dog, but he knew deep down that she was a good person and just like him needed help. There's a lot of people like that.
Right.
Just because you see a druggie, don't assume they're a bad person. They could just be a druggie.
Do you have to tell me that?
I'm not telling you that.
Do
I'm
I
telling
know
the
that?
audience that. I know you know that. You've lost friends. I've lost friends. It sucks.
I've lost somebody that was practically my kid.
I know. And he said, hopefully this sends a message. The message as people, we need to be there for each other. And our experience sometimes isn't for us. It's for someone else. And don't always write someone off. And there's a lot of good people who are addicted to drugs. That's what I just said.
Right.
He said he's so grateful for the people that didn't give up on him, and I'm grateful for the ones who did. So the dog is home. He's happy.
But the lady still hasn't gone to rehab yet.
Well, as of what date was it?
It's all right.
No.
Because if she doesn't want to go and they make her go, it's not going to work anyway.
Right.
He's not going to give her the money unless she goes to rehab.
Right. It was a couple days ago, so it's been over a month since she went. Oh. But he's probably also helping her anyway, every day.
Yeah, maybe.
You would think. I would hope. Right. Baby marmosets. Now, I know every mother out there doesn't want their kid to do this. Mm-hmm. But baby marmosets may practice their first distinctive cries in the womb. If you heard your kid going, rah, rah, in the womb, you'd know it.
My kids never went, meh, meh, out of the womb, so.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not baby marmots.
I've seen them only breathing the fluid at that point.
Yeah. Well, maybe they were, and I didn't know.
I don't think so.
You don't know.
So what do you think of that? Can you when you were having kids, could you imagine if they started talking to you inside the womb, Dersh? Dada, dada.
They probably were.
I don't know.
Right then and there, you'd quit drinking.
I don't identify as a woman, so I was never pregnant.
Yeah. I do know.
I barely identify as a human.
I do know that the first one was playing soccer inside the womb.
It's still playing today?
Well, yeah, that's the one that was the pro soccer player.
Mm-hmm.
I could see every once in a while I'd be laying down and I could see his little heel like go like that because he was playing soccer inside.
So the gist of this is that as every other being evolves and grows and gets ready to come out when they're pregnant, these apparently already have their sound.
Come out when they're pregnant?
They come out when they're born. Sorry, but
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I know it's hard to do all this.
Did you teach your kid about the birds and the bees?
Yes.
Did you get confused?
No.
Okay.
She was there, wasn't she?
What?
She got there, didn't she? I'm not confused about the birds and the bees.
Not you. Never mind.
No.
Never mind. Wake
so
up,
anyway, be grateful that your children do not scream like a marmoset in your stomach.
No, they just scream when they come out.
Right. They save it up. Who wants to do 3 questions? Anybody got 3 questions?
Like I said, I have so many questions.
But
like Dershie said, he has so many questions. We cannot do them on this show.
So many questions.
Not appropriate.
I have a lot of questions about the first half of this show already. So.
What's a marmoset?
Right. We have not discussed sex on this show.
Alrighty then. Well, we can do 3 questions if you want.
Let's do questions.
Oh, by the
They're
way,
always fun.
did you know it's Mercury retrograde again?
Is it real?
It really is.
The world's gonna go to hell.
From today until June 3rd.
Maybe it's gonna go back to normal
so
now.
Don't do any crazy crap between now and then because you'll be sorry.
The world's doing it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For reals though. Alright, here we go.
Anyway.
Number 1.
All right.
Who am I? Number 2, where am I? That is, what is this place that's called physicality? Where am I? What is this? Number 3, why am I where I am? Why am I here? And
I can't remember his name at the moment.
Alrighty then. So
yes.
Here we go.
Where am I?
We did that part, Chuck.
Who am I?
We did that.
What the hell am I?
Stop it! We didn't do it yet.
We're past that.
I didn't see it.
I didn't get to it.
It's gone already.
Alright, I gotta sit back because my head's too big.
It's been there. Hey, I wonder if any of the audience has a question. Just think out
Besides,
the music.
who won the
national? Oh, right, Durst. Do you know the answer to that? Who led the National League in home runs in 1947?
Joe DiMaggio.
National.
I don't know that stuff. A head full of NASCAR.
47.
I don't even know who's in the National League. They're such boys.
I know.
Wasn't the baseball was shut down in 47?
Oh, Ralph Kiner,
Well,
Mize, Holmes.
What? Nobody knows who they are.
I just looked up what
All right.
Johnny Mize, Ralph Kiner.
Ralph
We're kind.
Kiner. Thank you very much, Distant Galaxy Music.
Yeah.
Any other questions that we won't answer to?
Well, there's a lot of years I would know that, but that's one of those weird ones. Because if he had asked American League, I knew it was Ted Williams.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't even know that, who's in the American League and who's in the National League.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Machine, fire away.
Baseball was shut down. I guess it was shut down.
They came back.
I know, but that's when they did the all women's league.
Oh,
during the war.
1947, they were back.
No, 1947, they were back.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, here's another piece of trivia from World War II.
Yeah.
They had to play the Rose Bowl at Duke one year because they were afraid if they played it at the Rose Bowl, they would get
the Japanese.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so they played it at Duke. How cool is that?
Far out.
Yeah, I knew that.
Far out.
I don't think anybody came, but it's all right.
And it
All
wasn't
right.
on TV. Yep, go ahead, buddy.
Okay.
Why wasn't it on TV, Chuck? Because there was no TV,
There actually was in 1947, but that's
but nobody had one.
hardly. Go ahead.
You had to be rich.
Yep.
So, think of a movie that you love, that you like watching, and you've watched several times, but it had a scene or a concept which you didn't like, and you would like to remove it from the movie. So, movies you liked with a scene or a concept or storyline. in
Take out the love interest in Days of Thunder.
What?
Take out the love interest.
That
in
was
Days
so
of...
that guys could take their dates to the movie.
I know.
Right.
You know that, right?
I know. That's the only reason she was there. Well, and to get Tom laid.
Well, yeah, they got married.
Apparently, they were doing it all.
All right, so the part that bothers me in a movie that I like
Yeah.
is Princess Bride, when Wesley is wearing the mask, and dumbass Buttercup doesn't even know it's him.
I know.
That's like what?
Well, you can say that like every Batman's, Superman's, all these.
Right.
with
Oh, I know.
The Green Lantern, they just wear a mask,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't have any idea who that is."
Right.
I know.
Exactly.
Didn't he smell the same?
Even when he kept disappearing, and Superman would all of a sudden show up too.
Right.
Oh, I know.
You know, Lois Lane's like, "Oh, Clark Kent, you just missed Superman."
You just took your glasses off.
She didn't quite ever connect and go.
That's
Or
even
like
worse. That's even worse.
Adam West. Adam West.
That's
He had
even-
the same voice.
Yeah. That's even worse, though, Lisa. You're right that Clark Kent takes his glasses off in Superman and nobody recognizes him. Come on,
Exactly.
seriously.
He doesn't even wear a mask.
It's
Same
just-
hair and everything.
So yeah.
Wow, your
so,
hair is just like Clark Kent,
I know.
Superman.
No, I am not. What are you talking about?
You must have good hair.
All right, Chuck. So are you sticking with your answer?
Yeah, why not?
That would have shortened. That would have shortened the movie a lot.
It would have made. Well, we could have fit more car racing into it.
That's not what it was about. Why don't you just watch a race, you dork? That's like, why don't we take the girls out of all the Tom Cruise
I'm not
movies?
ignoring you.
Why don't we take the the girls out of all the Tom
That was her
Cruise
best
movies?
line in the movie.
He doesn't like girls
Remember that?
anyway.
Remember that?
No.
When she said,
Honey,
"I'm
I've
not
only
ignoring
seen
you," and
the
she slams him
movie.
up against the wall and kisses him.
I've only seen the movie 1.5 times.
I've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, I have a couple of them, but
Do one.
one I was going to say really quickly was the movie Titanic, because
Yeah.
a great movie, but my kids were young
Mm-hmm.
then when it came out, and they had that nude scene in there, which was just totally
Superfluous.
irrelevant to the entire story.
Yep.
Could've been-
Well, it's like, what's the one cuss word in one movie?
Oh, Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice. They added
Oh, yeah.
a superfluous
When it goes-
F-bomb.
Nice effing model.
Right, you didn't
Yeah.
have to say that.
Let
Right.
Dershie finish talking.
Go
But
ahead.
no, I agree. It's the same thing, but it just upset me because the story itself was fabulous. The movie is fabulous,
Yeah.
and would
Yeah.
love to have my kids have watched it back then. But I'm not going to take my kids to something like that, even though it was just short.
I let
Yeah.
my kids watch it. I'm a bad parent.
Well, your kids.
They're all fine now, but
Titanic?
yeah.
Oh, my daughter had no interest in
That's,
that.
You know what?
None.
You walked around your house naked, so what the hell? Right? Oh, crap. It says my computer is going to die.
Uh-oh.
Where's your plug? There's your plug.
It's not. No, you took my plug.
It's right here. Follow it.
Hold on one sec, guys. Why was it unplugged? No, this is your plug.
There it goes.
Where?
It wasn't plugged in. Is it
Wait,
showing
where?
now? It
No,
wasn't
where?
plugged in at the bottom.
Oh, okay. All right, we're
Is
back.
it okay now?
I guess so.
I didn't see if it's
Thing
charging.
went away. Yes,
Okay, good.
that's 6%. So sorry, rabbit hole.
Yes, we're in a rabbit hole.
So, but
Galaxy, the cat. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say the one that I really dislike and is Star Trek when they killed Spock.
Yeah.
You gave that away, Dirge. That's a spoiler.
Well, the interesting thing was they were afraid to leave that scene in, so they shot another version of it where he survived, and they tested both of them, and the one where he died was more popular with Star Trek fans than the one where he
dramatic,
survived.
yeah.
Probably, yeah.
But the problem with it is it absolutely ruined the relationship between Kirk, Spock, and the Doctor.
Well, yeah, because he was dead.
Right. Well, he can't. You know, they brought him back to life, obviously, but he was never.
Right.
It was never the same. And the humor and interaction between those three, which is what made Star Trek originally, was gone.
Right.
So that one scene not only ruined that movie for me, but it also ruined all the other movies that followed until they brought in the Next Generation. So that
How
would
I
kind
got
of piss me
around
off.
that?
Yeah.
You know how I got around that?
Huh.
I didn't watch any of them.
That's true.
Well, that would work, but not very.
Well,
All right,
Very
next
sweet.
question.
Not very flimsy.
Oh, by the way, Distant Galaxy said he wishes the ending of Castaway was better. Never saw the
Castaway.
movie.
I haven't seen that either.
That's
we need
the
to
one
watch
with the
that.
volleyball.
Yeah, we
Really?
need to watch it. Don't tell
Okay.
us. We haven't
Yeah, we
seen
haven't
it.
seen
No, I'm not going to
Tell
tell you,
us.
but just that you didn't like the ending. I thought the ending was unexpected and I think
Anyway.
it's just they haven't seen it. I can't say it, but I just thought it was
Don't
it was really
tell us.
a good, and that was heartbreaking, but it was a good ending.
No.
Don't
That's
tell
interesting.
us.
Okay. Next question.
Wait, did we do 3 already? Or
No,
two?
we're
Yeah,
on the
we
second
did
question.
one.
Are we on 1 or 2?
We've done one so far.
We're about to do number
2.
Dos
You
Amigos.
do number 2.
not regularly enough.
Too much information.
Go ahead.
All right. So, the movies that you've watched, how many of them have you watched from the beginning to the end, at least 10 times?
Oh my
Talladega
God.
Nights.
How many?
Well, just name
Of
20 or
one.
movies?
20 or
does
30.
Does it count if your kids like put it on and you had to watch it?
I,
That's up to you. I'm talking about you personally. You sat down and you said, "I want to watch this movie." You started at the beginning.
whole
you watched all the
entire
way through.
Princess
thing?
Bride,
The
Holy
whole-
Grail,
The whole entire-
Blazing
The
Saddles.
whole entire thing, though,
Yes.
Yeah.
because I like find it on like already on,
Days
and then
of
I'll watch it.
Thunder. Talladega Nights you have.
Yeah, but I usually find them when they're already on.
Well, I know, but when you try to go find one, you usually get it from the beginning.
No, we find them in.
That's
well,
if we've seen them 10
okay, well,
million
your
times.
answer is different than
Right.
my answer.
Right.
So you go first.
I'm not. No, you go ahead. You're talking.
All right, I know for sure Star Wars
Mm-hmm.
because that was just like a generational thing.
Ones that you've seen multiple times.
Yes, the first Star
Oh, okay.
or the whatever they call it, but the real first one.
A New Hope.
It's just Star Wars.
A New Hope. You didn't like the New Hope?
No, the first one.
That
Oh,
was
the-
A New Hope.
It's just called Star Wars.
The first
But the book is A New Hope.
the-
Okay,
the first chapter.
Yeah.
Yes.
no,
not-
the first one
one
that ever
done.
the first one that ever
The
came
first
out.
movie.
that's the New Hope. That's the 4th chapter.
Right. I understand that, but I don't play that game.
Yeah, they don't do them in order.
I know that.
I know you know that. I'm not arguing with you.
Anyway, yeah, so that one and Bull Durham
Mm-hmm.
and
How many times is the requirement?
10.
Oh God.
Talladega Nights, probably, because we watch it every time it comes on, and Princess Bride.
Right.
And
Christmas! You'll shoot your
Uriah.
eye out.
Oh yeah. I've seen that like at least 27 times. I'm trying to think of what I've watched on purpose, though.
Holy crap!
What?
Well, you're thinking Distant Galaxy has watched Raiders of the Ark over 250 times.
Is it stuck in his VCR or what?
Holy!
Wow. That's funny, Lisa.
All right. Well, I'll get back to you on that. You go, because I know there's another one out there somewhere. Oh, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Oh gosh, but that's mostly because of my kids love that movie.
I love that movie myself. She's mentioned most of mine. I mean, there's got to be 20 of them that I've seen over 10, 20, 30, 40 times.
Oh, Sandlot. That's also because of kids.
I've seen that once, but that was boring.
Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
Also because of children.
Right.
Goonies.
Yeah.
Thank God my kids didn't like Goonies, so I wasn't tortured by that. Hey, Lisa,
I let my daughter watch Blazing Saddles.
Oh, I have it better than that. My grandparents took us to that when we were like 5 or 6.
That's awesome.
Because they didn't know.
I bet they were disturbed by the middle of the movie.
We fell asleep. It didn't matter.
Oh, did you?
Probably.
Probably.
It was at the drive-in.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Lisa, slide to your right just a little bit. You're getting half a face again.
Left? My left?
To your right.
That's
to your right. There you go. Yep.
Okay. Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's on my that was on my list. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wizard
I'm done
Oz.
then. I'm taking up all your movies.
That's okay. I mean, mine are a lot. Like that's so hard for me to narrow it down. I mean, you've got all the Python movies. You got all the Mel Brooks movies. You know?
No, I don't know.
They're all worth spending time watching and learning.
He's asking
lines.
you what you watch more than 10 times.
I just said. You've mentioned almost a lot. Well, quite a few.
Right, but you have more than I do because you will watch the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah. Well, then we got to go back to the old movies, like Bringing Up.
I've never seen that movie.
Really? With what's her name? Humphrey Bogart's Squeeze.
Lauren Bacall.
No, the other one.
I don't know.
Anyway, I've seen it with the Tiger with Cary Grant.
Never seen it.
I can't remember her name.
Never seen it.
Haven't seen it lately. All right, what's yours, Darcy man?
Yeah, I'm like both of you. I have a bunch. Wizard of Oz was the first one that came to mind because I've watched that forever.
Yeah.
But It's a Wonderful Life. I mean, I would watch that from beginning to end 10 times in one Christmas season, just 1 year.
Yeah, see, I think I got burnt out on that because I watched it a whole bunch of times.
Well, it used to be on like everywhere before TBS bought the rights and then wouldn't let anybody play it. And
then they would just play the Christmas Story all the time, right?
My brother-in-law and I loved it, and so we would challenge it. We actually went one Christmas where we watched it 48 hours in a row because it would just jump from one station to the next, you know.
That's crazy.
We said we wanted to know how long we could go with watching that movie continuously, and it was being played everywhere at that point. But that was fun. But I have Independence Day has got to be well over 100 times.
Never seen that movie either.
I love that movie.
I'm saving a whole bunch of movies up for when I'm like 80 years old and I don't have anything to watch anymore because I've already seen the Golden Girls 5,000 times.
You won't remember them by then, and they'll all be new to you.
No, I'll remember.
But Independence Day is probably the most. All of the Die Hard movies I've seen well in the 20, 30, 40 times from beginning to end. I have them all on DVD.
We have different taste in movies.
Yeah. And
I got a question.
Wait, let him finish.
Okay, go ahead.
That's cool. I mean, I was just Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, except 4. I thought Lethal Weapon 4 was stupid. I've only watched that a couple times, but Princess Bride, as you guys said, is one of my favorite movies of all time. Seen that, but that's some of them.
All right.
What about Disney movies? Nobody said a Disney movie.
We gotta move. We're way behind schedule tonight.
Well. All right, we'll save that for
but
next.
I do have
write
one
that
question
down,
for
Dirge.
you, Dirge.
Disney movie next
Is there
time.
a Hallmark movie that would fit into that category?
For me, absolutely. Probably a dozen or more.
Oh, all right. Save that
go.
for next time too, because we won't know
all right,
any of
do
this.
third question.
Well, now, let's. It is late. I mean, we took a lot of time on that. Why don't we just go ahead and finish your stuff and talk
Yeah, we
about
can save it.
What we're gonna
talk about NASCAR. NASCAR is more fun. We'll save that question for next time.
wait.
Yeah.
Time
No, because we already have two. You
Time
just
out.
said,
I don't need to do anything.
honey, we
else.
only have 13
I
minutes.
know. The next question will take us 3 minutes. Dirsch, what is your third question? And I'll just save the other stories for next week.
Okay. Well, the third question was, again, sort of opposite of what we did the first question, and that is, what movie have you watched that you love, that you've seen, that you wish they would have added something in it to complete it?
Oh, that's a hard one. I actually kind of got pissed off at the end of Gone with the Wind, but I mean that's the book, so yeah.
Yeah. God, that's a hard question.
Yeah.
What's yours? You must have something in mind.
Oh, the other one, Bull Durham, because like they got together at the end, but then like that was it, and then it was over.
My problem answering that is there's so many movies with bad endings. I could probably name 50.
It doesn't necessarily have to be an ending either. It could be something added to the movie to make
like
it
something they didn't show during the movie. Yeah.
Or something was left out, maybe even cut and left on the.
That I'd have to answer next
Editing
week.
floor.
I honestly don't know.
See, I used to get mad because when I was younger, I would read all the books before I went to see the movie, and then I would be mad because that part wasn't in the movie.
Right. All right.
All right. Well, we can come back to that.
Yeah.
I'll just do one of these stories I was going to save for next week because the guy may be dead by then. Find the art.
Chuck.
Find the one that starts out 100-year-old man Durst and put up his picture.
All right, hang on. Let's see if I can find it.
100-year-old man has worked for the same company for 84 years.
You know why I know that? I sent it to you.
I know.
Lisa, go back to your right. Sorry, Chuck. Lisa's
sorry.
1/3 of a face now.
All right. I know I'm listing today like Chuck does.
Yeah, I'm pretty straight today. Can you fathom? Well, not
Hi,
really.
Audra.
Can you fathom working for the same company almost your entire life? I'll ask you guys.
I would have probably.
Hi, Audra.
I would have worked for Lou.
Well, he would have been 140 by the time he.
Yeah. No. No. He would have been like. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. People don't do that anymore.
So anyway, Guinness World Book shared the story of world record breaker Walter Ortham. He's been working at the same company 84 years and 9 months. That was verified on January 6th. So it's more than that.
Unless he's dead. And we don't know it.
He first set the record in 2019 when he worked there for 81 years
That's
and
pretty
85 days.
I bet he's autistic as well. And that's not even a negative thing. Just saying. I bet, because he just likes it. He said he goes and he does the same thing every day.
So back in 1938, kids were expected to work to help support the family. As the oldest of 5, my mother took me to find a job at age 14. Even though he got a job out of necessity, he was eager to get started. He improved and went up the ladder at Row View. He started as a shipping assistant, promoted to sales manager, and eventually became into sales, and then became the sales manager.
Very good.
Oof. Can you imagine?
I mean, it's not working for the same company is fine, but not the same job. I mean, that would.
No, he didn't have the same job. He has the same company.
Right.
Yeah.
he's been with his company since my father was a newborn.
Was born, yeah.
A newborn. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Incredible.
And he doesn't want to retire. He just wants to get up and go to work every day.
That's a good.
Although he said he exercises first.
I probably would have if the body had held up. But
Gone where?
worked my whole life.
Working for Hoophead?
No, working.
Oh.
Wherever. I
Yeah.
love working.
Well,
I
me
miss
too.
working.
You know, I taught for 33 and a half years and only retired because my back was just at a point where I couldn't do the job. But my entire, when I got that job out of college and only worked for Seminole County School Board for the 33 years until I retired. So
That's cool. So you had one job.
One
you had
job.
one job. Did you mess it up first?
You have one job. Just one job.
I had multiple jobs within, teaching. I taught programming. I was network specialist. Same thing. So, it wasn't the same thing for 33 years, thankfully.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Plus, computers changed over the years.
No, really? Did they?
A lot. All righty. Guess what time it is? It's NASCAR
We
time.
got 7 whole minutes.
That's all we need.
Okay.
Last race. One.
Not me.
Joey!
Joey. How did
Joey
win?
Joey Wagani.
Joey moved.
He
moved?
He's dirty.
Moved?
He's dirty, Joey. He's dirty,
Moved?
Joey.
That's a very kind word for what Joey
Well,
did.
you know what? Dale Earnhardt's done so much worse, hasn't he?
So has Jeff Gordon.
So has Jeff Gordon. And they're making a big deal out of Joey moving Byron. That just blows my mind.
They're just silly.
It really does.
They're just silly. Didn't Ross Chastain do that a couple of races ago?
Yeah.
Well,
interesting note in the standings, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
William Byron is currently leading with 388 points.
Well, then he should shut up.
And he's got 2 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Blaney, who has no wins, has 388 points.
Yeah.
Let's see how many. What?
Dude's
He's
been in
finished top 5 nearly
top 5.
every week.
Unless he wrecks.
He's a regular Ryan Newman.
Yep. Oh, you know what? I've compared him to that many times. Try to pass Blaney you tried to pass Newman.
Remember the year that he was in the finals and he didn't even win a race?
Yep.
I know you remember that.
I do. And he came within half a second of winning the championship anyway.
And he didn't. Damn it.
That still pisses me off.
I'm sure it pisses him off as well.
All right, next track, I'm going to get some yard work done or something because it's Kansas. It's a cookie cutter 1.5, which Dershey loves those. The new car might be different because where was there? He went Texas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Texas was not boring. It was a very close race.
What about Pocono? Was it boring? Have they been there yet?
Haven't been there yet.
Not going to Pocono. Shut up.
Oh, what? Oh, right.
Is Pocono out?
Pocono's out. They had 2 races last year, no races this year.
Really? Good. That stinks.
Well, not
it does.
Really.
Pocono's my favorite track.
Well, it doesn't stink for me, but it stinks for all the people that work there.
Right. Yeah. Pocono's my favorite track because it's different. Like you said, there's so many of the 1.5 mile boring cookie cutter. It looks exactly the same, but it stands different. Or Pocono, with the 3 turns, is just a unique track.
So are they ever going to go back or no? We don't know.
I hope so. I'm going to be very upset if they don't.
I heard they're going to get rid of Dover as well.
So, Darlington, love the track, love everything about it. It was a good race. It was a competitive race. You had multiple leaders.
Plus all the guys in the booth. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah. You had Mike Joy and who else?
No, they had...
Yeah, of course.
Richard
Petty.
And then they had Bobby Labonte, my other husband.
Right.
And then they had
Bill Elliott.
$1 Million Bill.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
That was awesome. And I love the shirts that they were wearing too, which is so cool.
You know what made me laugh the most was right after the ending when Joey moved, and it is moving if you move him out of your way, and he moved up.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What did Joey do?
Well, Joey moved him, But after the race, Jeff Gordon, when he did it, he's standing there with his arm folded, shaking his head like, that's just wrong. When Lisa immediately at that moment points out that Jeff Gordon has done it multiple times himself.
Right.
To people.
Right. Oh, and William Byron said some cuss words.
Oh, man.
No.
He was hot, wasn't he?
Is that going to lose a Liberty sponsorship?
Oh, man.
They're all...
He was calling Joey a moron and...
Oh, he went...
Did he F-bomb him?
Oh, he went way past that.
He was hot, man. He was hot.
I guess they won't be showing that on the, hot takes on the radio.
No, he went way past that. He said the F word. Yeah, he was mad.
Well, you know, I don't like what Joey did. But it's racing. That's what they do. And if you're on the track, that you've got to know that's going to happen. So William Byron should have done anything he could have to prevent that from happening. All he had was a
And you know what? It's not like people don't know that that's what he does.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, Durst, please put up the link for the right side of politics. We have 2 minutes.
But I would have preferred to see Joey try to make the pass on the last corner, just to make it a race, and either you get there or you don't.
Yeah.
Kind of also understand that he needed a win. So
40 races without win.
TV ratings for Darlington. They got 2.6 million
they
viewers,
beat F1
and they beat Formula One,
but not
600,000.
But not in the younger viewers, though.
Not younger,
yeah. But like people say, it doesn't have to be one or the other. Like, embrace all motorsports,
Embrace it, man.
Embrace it.
Let's see. Chase Elliott is going to be running in the SRX Series finale in Hartford, Ohio on July 23rd.
We're going to SRX.
We are. We're going to South Boston.
In like 6 weeks, I think it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
NASCAR releases its top 10 list for voting so far. So far, the top vote getters are Chris Buescher, Harrison Burton, Cole Custer, Austin Dillon.
Oh, this is for the All-Stars?
Justin Haley, Eric Jones, Corey LaJoie, Tyler Reddick, Stenhouse, and then Suarez in that order. So Suarez is not doing well.
I want to vote for Corey LaJoie. Well, people go vote.
Yeah. Go vote. In everything. Go vote.
I don't know
this is one of the years you don't actually have to vote for Bubba because he's already in.
And I don't really agree with this, but Kyle Larson is the favorite to win at Kansas.
Whatever.
Well,
you want to hear something messed up?
What?
They're not. You know how Chase Elliott wrecked his car and then he had to go to a backup, and his paint scheme won at Darlington, even though it's boring, just because people vote for him because they like him. They're not even going to make that car as a diecast. They're going to make his backup as a diecast.
That's cool.
No, it's dumb.
Well, because the original one didn't get raced, so they have to
I know, but they're not even going to say it's a raced version or something. I don't even know.
Oh, no. Oh, my God, it's already that time again.
It is.
Goodness gracious. All right, you guys. The link for our next show, The Right Side of Politics, which will be just Dercy and me, and it will be all politics, starts in a half an hour, and the link is right there if you want to join us. We thank you very much for joining us again this week. We really enjoy you guys, and thanks for jumping in the chat room, Audra and Distant Galaxy. Anything you want to say, Lace?
Shut up, Chop!
Okay. Thank you. Anything you want to say, Dersh?
Yes, in honor of the race coming up at at next weekend, because it's going to be so boring, I just would like to say, Chuck, get off my wheat!
Get off your wheat. That's about right.
Get off my Toto.
You'll have to come through the corn to get to the race.
All right.
Kansas? Are we still in Kansas?
All right, you guys, we got to get out of here. We got to get ready for the next show. We will be back in a half an hour for the Right Side of Politics, and we will be back same bat time, same bat channel next week 7 p.m. Eastern time
Eastern.
for the Chuck and Lisa show. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, stick around and watch.
Good night, everybody.
Love you, Lisa. Bye. Stick around and watch
Bye.
the new ending.
Go to the wee wee chat room.
Oh yeah, Lisa.